but their land is very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. And it has a lot of really, really interesting history. Okay, do you know the story Dracula? Yeah, okay, Dracula, he comes from Romania, okay? And it's actually a very interesting story. I'm very interested in history. So he was a real person in history. He was a prince of Romania. And he was a normal person, but he did some terrible things. When he was alive, there was a war. And during that war, he would take people and take a stick and put them on the stick while they were still alive. So it was very terrible. So they called him Vlad the Impaler. And later, people became very scared of him. They thought he was crazy and scary. And so he became known as Dracula, Gugula. The dragon, it means son of the dragon or son of the devil, okay, of Satan. Okay. And so people started this story and more people heard, and the story changed over the years, and suddenly he became a vampire. Okay? He wasn't a vampire, but people started thinking things and were scared. So they said he was a vampire, that he killed people and drank their blood. Okay? But I think it's so interesting. I know it's terrible, but I think it's very interesting because there are so many books about him and that have changed what he did. And he has beautiful castles that are still there. And if you go there, you can go into his castle and walk around. So it's kind of cool. I love history. So I like to go to Romania and Ireland. I want to go to Ireland because my family is actually from Ireland. So my grandfather, his mom and dad were born in Ireland, and then when my grandfather was little, they moved to the USA. So we have a lot of family history there. I went to Ireland about 4 years ago, just to try and find our family, but we couldn't find them. My grandfather said there was a big fire, and so maybe the information on how to find them was burned. Okay. So if you can travel as much as you can. If you don't have a lot of money, you can stay at a hostel. Okay, just look for a nice one. You don't want to find a creepy one. Okay, and sometimes hostels you can stay in your own room. Sometimes, so you have to look for a nice one. When I went to London, I stayed at a nice hostel, but I know people who have stayed in very bad hostels, and they left in the middle of the night because it was too creepy. Okay. Another way to travel is to be an exchange student. Do you know what an exchange student is? Okay, 交换学生. You can be an exchange student, and it's very cheap that way. Sometimes you'll stay with a family, so you don't have to buy an apartment or stay at a hotel. Okay, you can go to school, so you can learn there too. I know this school has an exchange with the USA. Did you guys know about it? Okay, with Minnesota. So actually, I have family that lives in Minnesota, and I graduated from the University of Minnesota. So that's the school that your school exchanges with. So it's pretty cool. So my students told me last year, and I was really excited. Okay, so any way you can travel, just travel. You don't need a lot of money sometimes. If you can go to different countries, you don't have to bring a lot. you can just bring some clothes and then wash them. Okay. Do you guys have any questions about what we learned today at all? Or any questions about traveling? No? Okay. Do any of you plan to travel this year?
No.
Yeah? Where are you going?
你忘记了？好像是大陆吧。
China.
Yeah, yeah.
Does anybody plan on becoming an exchange student? Do any of you plan on becoming an exchange student? Do you want to be an exchange student? Yeah. Okay. So that's also a good way. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so thank you girls so much for coming. Okay, thank you for listening. I hope I can see you again this year. I probably will. Okay. Like I said before, I am here every Thursday. Okay, so you can see outside we have our pictures. So I'm here every Thursday, but the other days there's 2 other teachers. Okay, and they're European men. Okay, so I know. Okay, so your student cards, can you go over here and read them then? Lazy.
想想这一题说的是我的笔油，还是自己留着啊？可以送给谁学？从他的，我们帮你设计好的方式，你可以去南美干，跟家里一起。玩得很烂。也没有考前。